So, can you legally go out there and try to sell your credit score basically by opening up trade lines or authorized users, selling those, and basically making some extra cash? By the way, the average person that you actually add to your credit report might pay you between 50 bucks all the way up to $1,500. So, can you make a ton of money? The answer is yes. But for this video, I want to clarify exactly how it works, if it's legal, if it's illegal. And on top of that, I also want to go ahead and call Discover themselves and ask them exactly how this works, what are the risks, and if it's actually legal if I actually try to sell any spots on my entire credit card. Okay, now guys, if you guys don't know me, my name is Ty Bryson. I'm an accountant and I upload videos on YouTube every single day. On top of that, if you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified, and also do me a favor for the algorithm and also destroy the like button. Now the first question is this, guys: if I told you, hey, if you add one person as an authorized user to your entire credit card, I'll pay you $1,000. Would you say yes or would you say no? The answer is probably gonna be, Tommy, but what if I add that person and they get a credit card, they start spending money on it, and now I'm liable for it? The answer is usually it doesn't work like that. And here's why, okay? Whenever you actually add a person, usually they send that extra credit card to you, to your address, so you don't need to know that person. Basically what they're all doing is just, writing out your entire credit report for like around 2 to 3 months, and then boom, you disconnect them from it after 2 to 3 months, but by that time it helps their credit score get a boost, and that is basically it. So in reality, the risk doesn't come from having that person there. The risk actually comes from, well, what if Discover catches you and now you're liable for everything? Because the real risk to this is basically what happens if they cancel your entire credit card. So that's one account, which basically damages your entire credit report. On top of that, what happens if you get accused of fraud? And on top of that, what happens if anything happens and basically now you're liable for something, okay? Now, it sounds scary, and that's why in this video, I want to break it down. By the way, I'm not trying to sell you on this idea. Trust me, I'm not, because I see a lot of people out there talking about like, hey, it's the best thing possible, you can do it. If you ask me, I would never in my life try this unless I know you personally or you're my friend or my family. But if you want to make money, I'll tell you how to, but I'll also tell you the risk. That way you don't go out there thinking this is like 100% legal, but it's actually not. So the basic idea for this video is, how does it work? Is it legal? Is it not legal? And how can I make the most money from it? Okay, now the first thing is this, guys. So for example, here's how it works, guys. If you have a good credit card and a good credit report with a good limit and also a good credit age, well, now automatically this becomes something called an asset, because people want this thing, but usually they have to wait a long time to achieve it because it takes time to build up a proper credit score. Okay, so how can you actually make money from it? The answer is, what people want to do is basically buy a authorized user spots on your credit card and ride that out for 2 to 3 months, and that way they get a credit boost. Tommy, how is this working? Is this legal? The answer is, when we call Discover, you're gonna find out for yourself, because by law, you can add as many people as you actually want to, but by law, there's nothing talking about, hey, can I actually sell spots to my credit card? And that's why I'm making this video, to break down the risks and the rewards to this entire thing. By the way, tell me, how much money can I make from this? The answer is, per person, you can make between 50 bucks all the way up to $1,500, depending on your credit age, your credit limit, and how long you've been doing this entire thing for. And if you're wondering, well, tell me, where would I actually sell it and how long is it gonna take me to actually do it? The answer is, well, to add an authorized user on your account, it takes around 2 minutes. To take them off, it takes around 2 minutes also. So the whole process per person is going to be between 4 minutes to 5 minutes on average. And if you want to call, it might be between 5 minutes to 10 minutes, but it really won't take you that long. But the main thing is this, Tommy: how do I actually get people to actually sign up with my entire credit card and actually make money? The answer is, the way you can do it personally is by going on Reddit, Facebook, or eBay and actually trying to sell your entire credit score, basically, by going out there and adding people to actually be an authorized user on your account. Now, I've seen ads on Facebook, I've seen ads on eBay, and on top of that, I even seen ads on Reddit. So people are actually doing this all the time there. So is it possible? Yes. And people actually sell these things on eBay for a lot more money than 1,500 bucks. But Tommy, that's the personal way of how I can make money. But what about the business side of things? How do businesses go out there and always say like, hey, if you want to buy a trade line, just contact us? The answer is, well, basically they're working for a commission. So they have a supply of people like Josh, people with bad credit reports, and basically what they want to do is find people with a good credit score and have those people join this entire credit report right here as an authorized user and basically boost their score, but all they really do is charge them a commission or a fee, and that way they make money from it. Tommy, that sounds like a great idea, a great business model, but the main thing is that if anything happens to you, the person with the good credit report, they are not liable. So if you get your entire account banned or canceled or closed, they don't take any responsibility. And that is the real risk, because you might spend 15 years building an account, but then all of a sudden, hey, I'm sorry, you were selling your entire credit lines and authorized users, and we don't allow that in our company, whether it's Discover or any other company, and because of that, we're gonna close your account, okay? So that's the real risk. And would you actually risk your history of maybe 10 years, 7 years, 5 years for $1,500 or maybe $350? If you ask me, I wouldn't, but comment down below and let me know, would you actually do it? And basically, guys, the entire boost they actually get is basically hoping that whenever they actually join your entire credit card, and say for example you have a very good credit score, like 10 years and a $50,000 limit, well, they're hoping that they can piggyback off of this, and once they're done with you after 2 to 3 months, they can go to their entire normal credit card and then say like, hey, I was a part of this entire credit card right here. I did pretty well. So can you guys actually increase my entire line? They'll say yes, most likely, because they don't know exactly what's going on because they actually bought it. And what happens is now they get a bigger credit line, which then causes their entire ratio of debt to go down, which then causes their entire credit score to actually go up. It's a whole business, it's a whole model. It works very well, but the risk is very real of getting your entire card canceled. And that's why I'm not such a big fan of it, to be honest. And now, just so you guys know exactly what the credit cards company think about this entire thing, I'm gonna go ahead and call them and ask them 3 questions just so you guys to see exactly what they think, if they think it's cool or not cool, or if it can actually land you on the ban list or the cancel list or the close list. At the end of the day, the point is they'll close your account, okay? So let's call them right now, Discover, and find out exactly what they think.
Thanks for calling Discover. Now tell me, how can I help you?
Add in an authorized user.
I will connect you with one of our account managers to help you out.
Thank you for choosing Discover Card. My name is located in. Can you verify your name, please?
My name is Tommy Bryson. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Tommy?
I'm doing good.
Good. Glad to hear that. How can I help you?
I'm calling in because I'm seeing like a lot of YouTube videos with this guy, and he keeps contacting me, and basically he tells me all the time that I can add like an authorized user to my account. Is that possible?
Yeah, you can add an authorized user onto your Discover Card.
Now, for example, if that authorized user, do they get like a piece of my entire credit report, something like that? Does that actually help them?
It does. So when you have an authorized user on your Discover Card, it does report to their credit as well. Okay. So however your standing is with your Discover Card, it reports to everybody on your account.
Okay, and then I can remove them at any point, right?
You can.
Okay, now here's the tricky part that this guy keeps telling me about. He keeps telling me, and I think this is illegal. I don't think this is legal. He tells me all the time, Tommy, if you do this correctly because you have a great credit score, you can basically just sell spots in your credit report. That's illegal, right?
I have no idea.
You have no.
I really don't. I have no idea. I am not versed in how credit reports.
Yeah, because basically what he's telling me is that I can basically sell a stranger a spot as an authorized user on my card and then charge them money and then just remove them after 3 months, and then I get money and they get a boost. That sounds illegal to me. I don't know. Is that cool with
That is not something I would recommend. If you sell a spot on your Discover Card to a perfect stranger, you're still responsible for your balance.
Yeah, but then what he's telling me is that basically what I can do is I can hold on to because basically you guys ship out the credit card to me. So I can hold on to the credit card, use it like me personally, and then they get the boost, but they never get my card, and that way I have no risk.
That's not true.
Really?
But that's not true, because if they're on your account, they can call in and request for a copy of their card.
To their address?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying that's not something that I would do.
Yeah. And then what about
I mean, you don't want to give a perfect stranger your credit card.
Okay. So that's assuming that person knows who I am and stuff like that, because they have like a whole company. And they're saying like, oh, they don't even know who you are, so they can't even call in or anything like that. I just don't know about the entire thing.
It doesn't sound legitimate to me.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have like a manager that can confirm any of this stuff? Because I feel like it's something that can get your account like banned or something, right? With you guys, is that because like is there like a limit to how many people I can add to my entire like account?
There is a limit, and I believe it's 5.
Okay, 5 people, and then I can remove them at any point. So can you confirm if that's actually allowed with you guys or like not allowed?
Well, this is the thing. To add on an authorized user, you need the person's full name,
Full name,
date of birth,
date
and
of birth,
social.
and social. Okay.
You can add anybody onto your account that you wish. However, it is not recommended to add strangers onto your account
Yeah.
because you are still responsible for all the purchases that they make. They are not responsible for them
Yeah.
whatsoever.
And at any moment they can just call in if they know. How would they get notified that like who I am or anything like that and who to call? Like would they would just like call in and be like, hey, this is my social security.
Well, if it shows on their credit report, all they would have to do is provide their social,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it would pop up. It would populate with your account.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I'll tell my friends about this because this guy like keeps like trying to like sell us on this entire idea. I'm not a fan of it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, not a problem.
All right, guys. So here you heard it, and I think I just sounded very suspicious on my entire credit card. So now I might seem like I am in trouble, but the point is, guys. Okay, one thing I did not know about, and I had no idea about this. Okay, but basically, what they confirmed to me at Discover is that if this person chooses to call, well, it comes up on the entire credit report because it does, right? There's an entire report here to help them out, and it'll come up on their entire credit report. So when they see that, potentially what they can do is call into your entire credit card. Okay, and then basically say, hey, this is my social, my name, and my date of birth. I have an authorized user account, and can you guys actually send me a card to my address? Well, completely according to Discover here, it is legal. So the point is, now the risk just doubles. So the risk becomes, what if they cancel you? Which is sounded here like, oh, it's no big deal here and there, but I think it's a huge deal, okay? I don't think they accept this at all. But the point is, what if they actually call in, A, and get an entire card and start spending money on it, and 2, what if you get caught doing this, and now you get canceled and your account is over? So if you ask me now, the risks just double. So what exactly does this mean, guys? From an ethical standpoint, is it legal to have someone actually come to your entire credit card, be an authorized user, and have something that they didn't earn? Because the entire point of a credit score, believe it or not, is just to basically have the lender, a billion trillion dollar like industry, actually have access and kind of determine your credit worthiness to be like, hey, you're good to go, you're not good to go. But if they didn't earn it, in a sense, that's kind of like fraud. But do you feel bad about fooling a billion-dollar company? I don't know. But the point is, you can't justify it like that. So if you ask me, ethically, morally, it's not cool, to be honest. But when it comes to like a business side of things, according to what I heard here, it's kind of like you can add 5 people. So if you have a great credit report, imagine charging those people, like, for example, $1,000 each. That's $5,000 for 3 months, okay? So basically, you can do this 4 times a year. So 5 times 4, that's around $20,000 if you do this correctly. But if you ask me, guys, the risk versus reward, it's just not worth it for me, okay? So if anyone online is telling you like, hey, by the way, I call the official company, this is not my opinion, okay? So if anyone is telling you like, hey, just go do this, or try to sell your own, or try to go here to this business, the answer is, if that person calls in and gets your credit card, okay, and then spends all the money on it, well, now you're liable. And you can't just call back like, hey, I don't know this guy. Like, well, why do you hide him? Why do you add him? The answer is the risk is way too high. So for me, this business model, although it might seem pretty cool, is just not viable. And guys, as always, comment down below and let me know, do you guys agree with me or disagree with me? Or do you think I missed anything here? By the way, it's kind of like not my opinion anymore. It's kind of like the facts coming from the company, and the facts coming from all the articles I read online, and the facts also coming from all the people I saw online trying to sell you on this idea they're actually just trying to make money off of you. But comment down below, guys, and let me know exactly what do you think about this. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, like this video, and on top of that, if you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram, Ty Bryson. And on top of that, before I go, if you want to watch a full video on how to legally make money from your credit card, we'll watch this video right here. And also, my face right here to start the channel now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.